Hey everyone, welcome back to UiPath tutorials. So earlier we have given the brief on what are those YAML files that we are using in ReFramework, and so when you have created the project you will find that main file, open that in Studio. Now let's take all the stages one by one. If you're going to tap here state, so there is state machine and the state and the final state. So we this is the so RE framework is based on the state machine and the states and the final states. So this is the state machine and these are the states. So let's talk about this init in it. So in this stage we are reading the configuration file and initializing the applications. So how we are reading the configuration file is short and simple. Just open this workflow. So this is our dictionary of string and object type. We are just putting each and every sheets. We have three sheets that I've already discussed. Let me open that config file also. So we are putting settings, constant, assets, all the value in the dictionaries. So how we are doing is like we are iterating each sheets here in config sheets. So this is basically a string array where we have given the settings and constants. So it's iterating one by one each sheets, putting all the information in the out config. Say when you come below you will find about the asset sheet. So in the same way, in the same dictionary we are putting the assets information also. You can see here this is a value, this is a key, and this is get asset is an activity where we are reading a value from the orchestrator. If you go to the properties, this is the asset name. So asset name that is coming from the here from the this. If you're given whatever that like URL, and the here you have given like asset name, again the URL. So this is defined on the orchestrator and its value we are fetching with this activity with the help of this. So, so on the row assets we are getting the URL, sorry, on the row asset we are getting the URL. For example, this is the URL and this is the, again we have given the URL. So we are fetching this URL value from the get asset activity from the orchestrator. So this is what we are doing, row asset, and we are getting this in the output. So this is what the in it is part is actually consists. If you come below here, there are two triggers. Just go to the in the end. So one is for success, one is for system error. If you just click on this success, you will find that if the system error is nothing, when there is no exception occur, it will go to the get transaction data, and if there is some exception occur, it will go to the end process. So there are two states, get transaction, end process. If the exception occur, it will go here. If not, then it come to the get transaction data. Now in the end process, we are just, let's come here and we are closing all the application in this workflow. Just put forward whatever applications currently running. Just use the activities for example close Excel, or if you want to close the current running SAP or mainframe application or Windows application, you can just put it here. And if you come to the get transaction, so this is if there is a, if there is orchestrator of the process is running, it's not stopped, then it will come here. This activity is helps you to get all the data from the queues. So it will get one by one each transaction item, and if there is, so if there is our transaction is nothing, so our transaction is come from here. If you click here and go to the properties. This is our transaction item. If it's nothing, if it's not nothing, sorry, it's not nothing, it comes here and it will give all the arguments, like these are these values coming from the orchestrator. Yeah, so these out transaction fields are something like, if we want to add a queue with some reference that is like name, and with that I just want to pass all the information like DOB, the gender, and the other arguments. So how I can get those arguments value here. So these are like our transaction fields are those. If I just want to put mm, all those argument values here in this out transaction fields, you will know better when I'm going to give a one demo on this. Like I was going to create one application for, I was going to just automate one application for you. So through that you're going to know a better how these fields play a role in this get transaction data. If you just go coming back here again in the main, so we have done with this. Now the transaction item that we already get from the get transaction data, that is passed here in the process transaction. If there is no data, then it will end the process. So just assume that there is some transaction data, then we just moved it to the process transaction. There is one XAML file with the process. So here we are going to give all the automation process here. Like we get the information of get transaction data already in the process transaction, and that is passed into the invoke process transaction, that is process XAML. So here we are going to give our all the automation process. So this is how we can just use the RE framework. One more thing I just want to include here, like there are a few things like if is there can be a multiple items in the queue, so it picked one by one here. For example, it picked first item, go in the process transaction. If it is success, it will go again here, it picked the another one. Uh, it proceeds in this way. If there is an exception, rule exception, it will go in it state, and from here it will go into the system error if there is any error. You can see here, like, let me just, sorry. So you can see, like, if there is an error, this will go to the init again and retry again. If there is any success, it will go here. If there is any rule exception, it will again go to the transaction item and pick another transaction items, and it will proceed until all the items has been finished from the queue, and at the end it go to the end process. So this is how the RE framework works, and I will give you a demo on this. Just wait for my next video. Thanks for watching. If I missed something, please comment below. Thanks for watching.